And welcome back to part 2. Now, enter the escape pod and head down to the planet's surface.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you on the escape pod. Do you remember?
Alright, do you remember what happened? Yes, he's the one that was on the communicator.
You've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things. Try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone.
Question, the Sith?
Terrace is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet, they've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages. It's pretty rare in a raw recruit, but it should come in handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves. That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith Master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her. Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course there are limits to what she can do, but from what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she never had a chance to use her battle meditation. Like us, she barely got out alive.
Well, if she barely got out alive, well then... How do you know she's barely alive?
I don't, but Bastila's young, and she has a powerful command of the Force. We survived the crash landing, so I'm willing to bet that she may have too. Besides, what's the alternative? I mean, if she's dead, then no one can stop Malak and his Sith from wiping out the Republic, and I'd rather operate on the assumption that she survived.
Well then. What do we do next?
Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers can use the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us, and if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how important she is to the war effort. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So, if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
Alright, any idea where to start looking?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
Alright, well... the sooner we start looking for Bastila, the sooner we can find her. So...
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier. Let's move out.
Before I forget, when we last left off on the Indar Spire. Well, it was just a simple click on the escape pod, use escape pod, and then it was a video clip of us leaving the ship. And unfortunately, this recording and all the recordings, I won't be able to do the video aspects because of it's a third-party program before it was all built into one system. I know, sounds weird, but it's the way the game is. Upgrade our sword here with the one part we found. Now, as I said, I was going to get to weaponry and stuff. The prototype Vibro Blade here does a physical damage of 1 to 10. That means for every swing, it can do 1 to 10 damage without any assistance due to strength. But because we have strength help, we get a 5 to 14 hit ratio. Then an additional 2 damage on top of that, and a critical threat chance, which means that's how much damage we may do on a critical hit. And this is just basically saying a penalty, which is down here in case of balanced, and it's telling us more information about the sword. Now, for the time being, I'm going to attach another Vibro Blade to our character, just because our character is a dual-wielding swordsman, and it's easier that way to, not easier, but more along lines of how I want this character to be. Now I have to bring Karth along for the first time.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid. That's how we Sith deal with smart-mouthed aliens. Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives!
How do you know we are Republic fugitives? Alright. Yeah, won't somebody see the bodies? And then pile droid rebel? Okay. Well, looks like we can level up again. I don't normally level up right away because you tend to gain a lot of experience early on, and if you want the maximum force powers for later on, you kind of have to keep yourself at a low level. Okay. This is a future quest. Oh, spoiler, but I'll just show you.
Who are you? What are you doing in here? You can't... That's no excuse. You... Just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. Sorry, I clicked through that. But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price.
You can pause the video because the whole bit there is... what do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
Well,
I suppose you seem like an all-right sort. When I cut Holden, it made him back off, but it also embarrassed him in front of his friends. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did. That's why I'm hiding out
You
here.
okay, ma'am? Well, is there anything I can do to help?
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between me and Holden now.
Well, maybe I can...
Could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the cantina in the lower city. It probably won't do any good. Holden's used to getting his own way. That's one of the fringe benefits of being a goon for Darvik. Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things. Still, I appreciate the offer.
Okay.
Goodbye and good luck. I hope you can talk some sense into Holden.
Our first quest, which is bounty. Now, we could have killed her, but we didn't. Alright, he's basically saying, you know, blah blah blah, hi, you know. I'm not...
Look, I know we're trying to keep a low profile, but this kind of attitude will draw attention we don't need.
Carth, shut up. This is basically another tutorial section where he's going to tell us and talk us about how energy shields work. They're just personal shield devices. That's all they are. Talk slow. Come on, speed up. Let's see what he's got for sale, just because we don't have anything, really. Okay, I need some armor. We don't have the credits at all for anything, so let's see here. Okay, we have that. We can sell that. Sell that. Worth nothing. Sell those. Alright. Yep. Alright. Now it's here. Let's go buy that. Yes, I want that. Anything else? Vibros? Yeah. Vibro swords are better than vibro blades. So we're gonna sell that one. How much is the sword? 132. Quick. Let me see what the sale. Buy the, sell the other. Okay, now we have enough for the vibro sword. Is the quarterstaff better? No. Okay. Alright. Far better. Okay. Next room.
On it. Done.
Don't mind us, we're just robbing you. Yeah. I hate this always running mode because the walking mode looks derpy. Very, very derpy.
On it.
Done. Watch what he says. Alright, keep walking around. Oh, that's right, we've got some armor to put on. See, this gives us a plus, yeah. Now we look like that.
On it.
Okay.
Done.
Breaking and entering. Darth just follows us around. Okay, so I don't normally do this, but I usually disable party characters when I'm just doing this. Wait, did we go all the way back to the apartments? I just want to make sure that we got all the doors, and yeah, the door above here is ours. Yeah. Alright. Complete circle. And loading. Welcome to Terrace. Oh, Karth wants to talk to us. What does Karth want?
Yes, what's on your mind?
I thought he wanted to talk to us, but... anything about Terrace?
Terrace? The planet's all one big city, but its golden years are long past. And things have gotten worse since the Sith occupied it. From what I hear, the wealthy live on the tops of all the tall towers, and if you're poor, you live down in the shadows. And it gets worse the lower you go. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate.
Alright.
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than a ship of horse. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malik's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop it.
Well, yeah, does he sound like he's blaming us? Or it's his fault? Well, tell him to calm down, because it does sound like he's getting angry.
You're the one who wanted to know more about me. Well, this is it. This is what I am. I'm just a soldier. I go where the fleet admirals tell me to. I follow my orders and I do my duty. It's just... doesn't seem right that doing that means I failed. I didn't.
Why is he getting mad at us?
I know that. I'm not angry at you. Don't think that. I must not be making
Nope.
no sense. You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Aye aye. Alright. A little shop there. I'm not gonna be able to buy anything, of course, so... to the cantina. Yes, let's go get drunk. Actually, we can't get drunk, unfortunately. Alright, okay. You.
Sorry, but I'm not here looking for conversation. I just came to get a drink, listen to some music, and try to relax before my... I don't wear my uniform when I'm off duty. It's not allowed. In fact, anyone in uniform is banned from entering the cantina. The officers don't even like it when we show up here off duty. Don't like us fraternizing with the locals, I guess. But it gets pretty stale hanging around the base all the time. Besides, the Sith don't own me. Being a soldier in their fleet is just a job, you know. A job with long hours and low pay.
Sounds all too familiar. Ask her why she does it.
When I signed up, I was promised adventure and excitement in exotic locales. Instead, I end up stationed at a military base on some backwater planet on the fringes of the galaxy. If I could just find some other way to earn some credits, I could give this lousy job up. Retire my uniform, so to speak.
Let's see if we can ask her questions.
The senior officers don't really like it when we start answering questions, you know? They don't want us fraternizing with the locals. Just another perk of the job. No offense, but I probably shouldn't be talking to you anymore. I'm just going to say something that might get me in trouble.
Okay. Is she Well, did she walk off? I can't remember. No.
I can't believe we couldn't get arena tickets for this match. Now we'll have to watch the duel on the view screen.
Who cares? It's Duncan and Gerlon fighting. It's not like we're gonna miss anything good.
Shh, they're about to start, so quit complaining and just watch the view screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, two combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now, I hope all your bets are down because we're ready to roll.
This is just a
In this corner,
dumb fight.
Gerlon Two Fingers. And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again, is the ever-persistent Deadeye Duncan. To nobody's great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the winner, Gerlon Two Fingers.
All right. The dueling arena. I think there's, yes. Alright. Let's go talk to him.
Cici, nautun ciong yoma bola yuman. Supay yubang labokra turong. Cici may buliran yun cuba. Kava tumpa kurpi ya mokapata. Ciskami ciò. Inkin kono bamure racikum. Tog nabung shanun tonga buk shaumenom. Kava volpamulsi. Kumanabak mulira. Chuni yun tunjici. Aitagrana. Kava volpamulswe. Kuman.
Vibroblades and blasters, and nobody ever dies. How come I get the feeling you're trying to take us for a ride?
Chiyoka con molera. Quien conjo pesha. No va moleraji. Yon torang chi. Aitatia. Pula una chimek. Va molera slimoanga kubiskin. Chachiska puta, kasabubaka, mochaudonga, ya fulki, tonga toras materia, ashuta, unga kumbis golpiki koliana. Awan nalota, ayot tagwa, Kanki dova na imechus kochis kanayo. Tomba toras materia. Ashuta. Wonga kumbis golpiki koliana. Kipona, mona na kajo, kimba mulera tuana, kaupa botenya ko jojo piti. Kala dumpa
This is for the best. We could use those credits from these duels, but using your real name is too risky. The Sith might have come across a crew manifest back on the Endor Spire.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. You've seen him lose night after night after night, but this time he's after fresh meat. In this corner I give you Jedi Duncan! And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the Taris dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger! It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won! But really, are any of us surprised? Jedi losing isn't huge. You have to do better than that to impress us, stranger.
And welcome back to part 2. Now, enter the escape pod and head down to the planet's surface.